If you don't learn this, negativity will control your entire life. Not because your life is bad, but because your mind is trained to see it that way. To focus on what's missing, what's wrong, what didn't work out. And the more you stay in that pattern, the more it feels like nothing is ever enough. But there's one shift that can break you out of it. Gratitude. Negativity doesn't always look obvious. Sometimes it's not anger. It's overthinking, doubt, comparison, feeling like nothing is working. It's waking up unmotivated, scrolling and feeling behind, questioning if you're doing enough. And the more you focus on what's wrong, the heavier life starts to feel. Like everything is working against you, but here's the truth. Your mind doesn't respond to reality. It responds to what you focus on. And gratitude changes that focus. Your brain is wired to survive and not to be happy. It scans for problems. It looks for what's missing. It replays what went wrong. That's why one negative moment can outweigh 10 positive ones. That's why your mind holds on to what hurt longer than what healed you. Negativity feels automatic because your brain thinks it's protecting you. But in reality, it's keeping you stuck in a loop, and most people never question it. They just accept it as how life is. But gratitude breaks that loop. Gratitude is intentional. It interrupts the pattern your mind runs on autopilot. When you choose to appreciate something, even something small, you're telling your mind, there's more than just problems here. And at first it feels forced, because your brain is used to focusing on what's wrong. But over time, something starts to shift. You begin to notice more. Not because life suddenly changed, but because your awareness did. Gratitude isn't just a positive mindset. It's a mental reprogramming tool. It trains your brain to stop ignoring the good, to stop filtering life through negativity. When you consistently practice gratitude, you begin to notice things you used to overlook. The quiet moments, the small wins, the progress you didn't think counted. The fact that you made it through things you once thought you wouldn't. And what you focus on expands. If you focus on what's missing, you feel lack. If you focus on what you have, you feel abundance. Same life, different lens. Most people live in this loop. I'll be happy when I get there, when I have more money, when I look better, when I'm more successful, when everything finally works out. But that mindset creates a constant feeling of lack, because there keeps moving. You reach one goal and immediately create another, and suddenly, nothing ever feels like enough. Gratitude breaks that illusion. It brings you back to now. It reminds you that even in the process, there is something valuable, something meaningful, something worth appreciating. Here's something most people don't realize. Gratitude doesn't mean settling. It doesn't mean you stop wanting more. It means you stop ignoring what already is. You can be grateful and still be ambitious. You can appreciate your life and still want to grow. In fact, gratitude makes the journey lighter because you're no longer chasing happiness. You're experiencing it along the way. Let's be real. Gratitude is easy when life is going well, when things are working, when you feel aligned, when everything makes sense. But its true power shows up when things are not, when you feel lost, when nothing is going your way, when you feel like you're falling behind. That's when gratitude becomes a tool, not just a feeling. It doesn't mean ignoring pain. It means not letting pain define everything. Because even in your lowest moments, there is still something holding you up. something keeping you going, something you haven't lost. And focusing on that changes everything. Think about it like this. If you only look at what's broken, life will always feel broken. But if you start noticing what's still working, you begin to feel supported, even if it's small, even if it's just one thing. That one thing can shift your entire state. Gratitude doesn't just change how you feel, it changes how you show up. You become calmer, more present, less reactive. You stop taking everything personally. You stop assuming the worst. You stop feeding unnecessary negativity. And instead, you start responding with awareness, with clarity, with control. And people feel that energy. Opportunities align with that energy. Your reality begins to reflect that energy. And here's where it gets powerful. The more grateful you are, the less power negativity has over you. Not because negativity disappears, but because it no longer controls your perspective. It no longer defines your entire experience. You start seeing challenges differently, not as proof that life is against you, but as part of your growth. And that shift changes everything. This doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need a perfect routine. You don't need hours of journaling. Start simple. Every day, take a moment to notice 3 things you're grateful for. Not big things. Small, real things. A conversation that made you feel understood. A moment of peace in a busy day. The fact that you didn't give up. And don't just list them. Feel them. Because gratitude isn't about saying the words. It's about experiencing the emotion. And the more you feel it, the more real it becomes, the more natural it becomes, until eventually it's no longer something you try to do. It becomes who you are. Negativity will always exist. Challenges will always come. Life will never be perfect. But gratitude gives you control over how you experience it all. It shifts your focus, it shifts your energy, it shifts your reality. It doesn't change everything instantly, but it changes you. And when you change, everything begins to feel different. So start small. Right now, think of one thing you're grateful for. Not 5, not 10, just one. Hold on to it, feel it. Let it ground you, let it remind you that not everything is against you, and maybe that's all you need to start seeing things differently. If this message resonated with you, join the community. Leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. Your journey of growth is just beginning. And remember, the person you're becoming is built by what you do today.